A California gang member leaves behind a life of crime and becomes a valuable law enforcement officer. Kind of sounds like a movie plot, right? But in a nutshell, that describes the life of Sgt Evie West of the Cleveland, Tennessee Police Department. We hear some more of that story as we name her our first responder of the month. Here's Bill Mitchell.
Today you might find Sgt Evie West handling media requests or speaking to a civic group, or maybe dealing with one of the young people in trouble. Seldom do you find a law enforcement officer with so many valuable skills and so willing to stop everything to help someone else. And yes, you heard right. She survived an initiation into a brutal gang and got pregnant at 16. But she was shipped off to Lee University back in the 1990s and told by her parents to change her life.
I experienced so much love and acceptance at that school and in this community that was one of the things that thrusted me forward in rededicating my life and changing the transformation. And so I studied missions at Lee, and that's what I wanted to do.
Officially, Sgt. West is in charge of community relations, but in her 18 years, she's handled just about every job on the Cleveland Police Force, starting as an officer on the beat. But she spends much of her time telling everyone and anyone who will listen just how she changed her life.
I made a decision to abort my child when I was 19 years old, walked into a pregnancy resource center, and learned about what abortion was and changed my mind, chose life for my child, and placed him for adoption. That was one of the most difficult things that I could have done.
The relationships that are being built through our community relations unit and through the work of Sgt. West are critical to future events that we may have.
Sgt. West is much in demand as a speaker. She's frequently on the road, and she also wrote a book.
Over the course of 1 year, on every Saturday morning from 10 to 12, I sat down with a lady named Wendy Brown, and I shared my story with her. And it was very therapeutic for me.
You may run into Sgt. Evie West as she spreads her story of love, caring, and service to one and all. For an exceptional contribution, we're pleased to name Sgt. Evie West our first responder of the month.
At Wedmark Keith, we are so proud of this month's First Responders winner, but we are also proud of the hundreds of other first responders who are out there working every day and every night to protect us and our families.
In Chattanooga, Bill Mitchell, News 12 now.
Thank you very much.
Now, if you'd like to nominate a first responder, you can call us or send an email to news@wdef.com. Congratulations, Sgt. West.